Right, guys, we're getting closer to the first wood burning fire of the year, I think. And generally, this time of the year, you just need one burn in the morning, and that's all you need. That's all you need, just to raise the temperature up a little touch in the morning. And it's best to keep away from the fire so you don't get too nesh, like a softy. Or you can do some jobs around the house. Keep warm till the sun comes out, or stay in bed for a bit longer, which is what I tend to do actually in the winter. I think everyone would, if you don't have to get up and go to work. I mean, my work is on the laptop, so you can do that under the covers. Because my day starts about 5 o'clock on the laptop and looking at the assets and whatever. Anyway, a couple of bits of news here. Bulgaria, this again. I mean, I do keep saying this, and people get like annoyed because I'm bashing Britain, but like it needs bashing, and they bash it themselves anyway. But they don't make they never seem to get it, be improving anything. They don't. The latest is this digital ID. And I got a comment actually of Mr. Whiteside, and he said that Bulgaria is doing this digital ID. Well, they say they are. That's how Bulgaria operates, and it never happens. And I don't know. I'll have to ask my Oppo, my assets Oppo, because he's Bulgarian. I'm going to ask him what the status is. I'll ask him later on, because I haven't seen anything on the news thing, and they denounce it. There are things that say they were going to do it, but that was a few years back. That may have been when it was like the COVID thing. I think that's when they were trying to do it, and nobody took any notice. And I don't know. I think Portugal are just rolling it out now, but I don't think they are here. It might be, but there's not. But everyone needs a smartphone, and hardly anyone's got them. The old people, they all have the bricks, the Nokia brick. They don't have these smartphones. Most of the old people. Yeah. Anyway, so Bulgaria to become Europe's gas gateway, because this is going to feed. Well, they're doing it now. Anyway, they're going to feed the all the Balkans, and including Serbia. And once it goes through Serbia, they say they're going to track it, make sure it goes to where they say it's going. That's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen from Turkey to Bulgaria either. They'll know, but no one else will. That's what's happening now. That's what's happening now, and they can say really it's from Azerbaijan, you know. They can say anything. It's not. They can't. I don't think they can say it's Turkish, as such. Well, technically it is, because they're buying it from the Russians. And unless it's just a pure transit arrangement, then it's Turkish gas. So they've also got these LNG. They're making these LNG facilities. They were going to do it in Thessaloniki in Greece, and the Americans leased or bought this dockland area, but the water's not deep enough. And I think the Greeks knew that. That's why they weren't using it. And it's not deep enough for either the tankers or whatever they've got to do there. I don't know how they build these facilities in the water, the big tanks, to receive the LNG. So they're doing it in Bulgaria, and that's even better. Because they don't know which ships are going to be. You know, they've got this shadow fleet, haven't they? And it's in the Black Sea, so you know it's all a bit like, and they can't track it now. That's what's great about. Like, they shot themselves right in the foot. The EU and America, they bullied Bulgaria. It was supposed to, this pipeline, the South Stream it was called, and now it's called the Turk Stream. It was supposed to come into Varna, but they banned it, kind of thing. They said, no, we're not having it. Russian. It comes from Russia. And so the Russians and the Turks just carried it on past Varna into Turkey, just down the coast. There's a bit of land that's on the European continent, this side of the Bosphorus. And anyway, they made the big gas hub there. And when it goes into the hub, like, it's anyone's guess where it goes from there. And I think some of it goes round the houses and goes through Greece and back into Bulgaria. Anyway, they'll know where it goes and where it comes from. But I don't think anyone else will. So, and if you read this article, it's on Novaniti, if you want to look it up. This is what goes on around these parts. So yeah, so they're bringing this it's from America. I mean, I don't know how that's supposed to be green and saving the planet. Net zero and all the rest of it. Shipping it from America. And I don't know how they'll go on in the bad weather. Anyway. But Bulgaria is going to be this hub after the hub, if you like. And so there's plenty of opportunities there of making gas disappear. Anyway, so this is good news. You know, there's a lot of money involved. And as I said before, in Bulgaria, you don't have to do much to move the needle on an economic scale, because there's nobody here compared with other places. So there's that one, and then they've just secured these contracts with Germany. So they will now lay off. They'll leave Bulgaria alone when it comes to these things like the gas, because these are going to be relying on this gas which is coming from who knows where, because they've cut off all the gas and blown up all the power stations in Germany and the UK and other places. So they need this like stuff now, this ammo. Well, they think they do. So they're setting up here. And why are they setting up here? Because they've still got energy. And there's even more energy coming in now. And this is what it's to do with all this. It's a big jigsaw. And they've got all this power, and they've still got all the coal-powered stations. Because they said they were going to blow them up, and now they've changed their mind. So that's how it goes in these parts. And And I think they're going to leave. They'll leave them alone because they need this. They need this production. Rheinmetall, and they've had to. I think they had to move out of Germany because the energy's too expensive. They can't. And like BASF, they've pulled out. And other things are failing, like the car industry. They say it's because of this, that, the other, but it's like because they haven't got any energy. Because they've cut off the nose, spite the face. But here they haven't. So that's the other one, the Rheinmetall, and that's just over the mountain here, the other side. I might get a part-time job as a cleaner or something like that. But yeah, they're making, and they might have the raw materials, and which I still haven't looked into, of making gunpowder. I know they exist here because there was a gunpowder factory in the mountains just here in the old days, and they used to send it to Albania on donkeys from Bulgaria in the old days, on horses and donkeys and whatever, gunpowder. And so this is what's going on in Bulgaria, and every day you see something like, and you never, I hate to say it, but you never see any of this in the West. You know, the new industries and then this and that and the other. You just don't see it. All you see is bad news on things closing down, which seems to be at a rapid rate at the moment, looking at the jobs in the UK. But anyway, so there's another two things that I think they're building two facilities for Rheinmetall, the gunpowder and the ammo. And on another note, let's see if I can find this thing on there. And they're making these drone factories as well in Bulgaria. Absolutely. Every day you see more. Right, I found it now. Signing imminent. Bulgaria set to build 2 joint factories with German defence giant Rheinmetall. Now, this is all to do with war, so it's not great, but like, someone's got to do it. So these, I'm just trying to find out where. On where they are. I think they're in Sopot, which is just over the mountain from here. And when I went through there last, it's transformed. It used to be like sleepy, and these places looked, these factories, and I'd got the Kalashnikov factory as well around there, that area. And there was all sorts, and it was like pretty not much going on in these towns. Now they're absolutely bouncing, new shops everywhere. And that's what you get when you get industry. It just knocks on. And there's a few other things around there, like the spa town called Pavel Banya, Paul's Baths, and and that's upmarket stuff, you know. So that's where all the Germans and that, when they come and visit the factory, that's where they'll be staying. So that'll knock on all these high-end hotels and that. That's what they'll just build more, and it's not far. It's all around the Kazanlak area, which is the rose oil capital of the world. Got everything, and that side of the mountains, from here, well, from Sofia all the way to the coast, it's all south-facing slopes, and intermittently all the way along. That's where all the solar is as well. It's like the eighth wonder of the world. And then below that, you've got all the vineyards that are popping up everywhere. That's further on, past Kazanlak, and you're getting down further towards the coast. There's loads and loads and loads of new grapevine vineyards. It's incredible. And then further this way, going the other way towards Sofia, you've got the gold mines and the rare earth. There's a few places there. A place called Klissora, which means gorge. Near there, there's 3 or 4 of these mines. I think one of them's been bought by the Canadians, and they can extract all sorts of stuff there. So it's all happening. And I noticed the other day, just near the Klissora, there's another specialist cattle farm making all these fermented products, like yogurt and all. They're popping up everywhere. So that it's all happening in Bulgaria. And this is just like, without even delving into whatever else is happening. I don't know where the drone factories are. And then you've got this gas hub and all the rest of it. And so they're not going to be leaning on now Bulgaria into this, building all these arms and drones and everything. They won't be so fast leaning on them, because they need this stuff and they can't make it themselves now, because they've blown up all the power stations. Anyway, so just watch this space, and like, it's unbelievable that you see it every day. More and more and more things happening here, which I'm trying to keep you posted on. I mean, I could do other content, like, I'm digging a pool. Everyone's digs a pool. I've seen 2 channels now. They dig a swimming pool before they've even built the house. Anyway, cheers.